New York City. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But people around the league are putting in that work to become even more effective. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Hayes. Then it's Ingram. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Williamson and it's small forward. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Fournier in at the small forward spot. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Barrett with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
R.J. Barrett getting up there. Dunk contest, anyone?
And here is Graham. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Robinson with the block. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And the shot is good. Barrett's got his second basket.
Now this is the kind of play you want out of R.J. Barrett. Just hustle plays.
Pass to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Ingram. Back to Valanciunas. Lays it up and banks it in.
And Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Walker dishes to Robinson. Back to Walker. Barrett against Ingram. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 6 points.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there.
Passes it to Graham. Right wing. Valanciunas against Robinson. Here's Graham. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
For New York, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Walker finds Robinson. Walker goes in. That's tipped. They get it back. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Ingram's running. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And so here is New York getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
And a wide open look for Walker. That 3 off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
Yeah, B.I. has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually that metabolism's going to slow down, and if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that. from Brandon Ingram.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
Now here is Robinson. Shot to stop the run. Nice D from Valanciunas.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Williamson against Fournier. Pass to Valanciunas. New Orleans moving it around. Valanciunas. It's good on the putback.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Graham against Walker. In the corner, Barrett with it. New York, no good that time either. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Here's Fournier. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at New York, this hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
Well, I think for New York, they're already looking to the offseason, and that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
And the body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
The Pelicans have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in. And that one falls for Ingram. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's Hayes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Knicks trail by 10. Bobbed up there for Robinson. The shot that time, not on target.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for New York. Outside, Robinson. Kicks it to Rose. And the pass to Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now Ingram. He's coming off a 25-point game against Chicago. Hayes, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Walker the pass to Rose. Now here's Walker. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Pass to Williamson. Graham in the corner. Misses the three. Knicks trail by 12. Outside Fournier. The shot comes out, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Randall.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's Walker outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Williamson. Nice D from Fournier.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
They kick out to Walker. They need this one. Connects from three-point range.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this one.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Noel's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Gibson comes in for Julius Randle. Toppin, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Burks in for Kemba Walker. Now, here's Satoransky. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Burks. Rebounded by Hart.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And again, New Orleans has no up. Here's Rose. Oh, good on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Burks against Satoransky. Now here's Burks. He's tightly guarded, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
To the inside. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Rose. Lays it up off the glass. Rose has got his second bucket.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Passes to Williamson. Looking for Satoransky, and he gets it there. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Knicks trail by 11. Rose looking around. Noel down low. Hernan Gomez on him. Pass to Satoransky. Down low. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 13. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Now here's Rose. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Jazz.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
And the first one drops.
Just wondering for Zion Williamson and his game, just how much more of it we're going to see in terms of his potential in the next couple of years.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Hart. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And starting really from when he was born, Williamson has been slated for greatness.
Well, when your parents name you after Mount Zion, which is the highest point in ancient Jerusalem, there might be some blessings coming your way.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on.
In a moment here to check out the numbers for Williamson. Averaging 22 points per, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Inside. And slam dunk by Noel.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. To the middle. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So it's the Knicks now. The Pelicans make their last shot. And Toppin throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Defended by Gibson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pelicans have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. The first free throw is good.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Count it. Noel's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the paint, and the dunk by Williamson.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like you could learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, you know, whatever happens, we've kind of been sticking together and going through it all together. So that's been good.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Satoransky, Hernan Gomez out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Garrett Temple. Now here's Williamson. Following the shot by Alec Burks. So for the Knicks, Evan Fournier comes in for Burks. And it's Kemba Walker in for Derrick Rose. And the Pelicans also making a change. Valanciunas is checked in. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Guarded by Walker. Here's Hernan Gomez, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts in the offensive glass.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. There's the pass to Satoransky. Here's Valanciunas. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Julius Randle comes in for Toppin. The Pelicans also changing it up. Hayes comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Satoransky. He's perfect from the line this time. Knicks trail by 13. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Bucket is good.
I'm impressed with R.J. Barrett and his body control when he's around the basket like that. Good finish.
Guarded by Walker. Ingram outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over Barrett. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Here's Barrett. Pelicans with the rebound. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Barrett. To halt the run, Randle with the bucket. Randle's got his first 2 points of the night. Pelicans leading by 17.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
To the left wing. Hayes the pass to Valanciunas. Over Robinson. No good from Valanciunas. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. And how about Randall just collecting and absorbing that hit and still fights to get a shot off.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Now here's Ingram. 12 points for him. From past the arc. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, this kind of play right here pays off in the team camaraderie. That's B.I. doing the dirty work, and they love it.
Outside for Randle. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming. Well, the Knicks fans looking for any ray of hope, and it doesn't have to come at the hands of high-level draft choices. Mitchell Robinson is one of those young players right now for them who's showing a ton of promise.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. And Robinson, a second-round pick for the Knicks. Brent, he has been a steal.
I agree with you. He started playing basketball in 8th grade, so you wonder how much more unlimited and untapped potential does Mitchell Robinson have at this position.
Robinson hits them both.
Well, at the time, Robinson's journey to the draft was such a big story, but now the story is getting bigger as he continues to improve his game and dominate the inside of NBA play.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Knicks. It's a 14-point game. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And that one drops. Walker's got 7.
And the pick and roll so effective when the ball's in Walker's hands. You can count on him to make the right read almost every time.
Now here's Graham. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago. Valanciunas, good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Graham against Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devontae Graham. That is his first game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On defense, the Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Sensational block. And he recovers it. Outside Fournier.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Just 4 to shoot. The offensive rebound, Valanciunas. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Barrett, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that R.J. Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Brent, some breathless comparisons for R.J. Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
I mean, that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. And I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin, he's going to have one heck of a career.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
They get it back. The layup off target. Pelicans leading by 12. Here's Graham. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here are the Knicks now. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Knicks trail by 16. Fournier with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah. In the corner, Barrett with it. 6 to shoot. Over Ingram. Rebounded by Hart.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And so here is New Orleans after R.J. Barrett's miss. Hart the pass to Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
New York calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And then for New Orleans, Hernan Gomez is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Williamson comes in for Jackson Hayes. And Satoransky subbed in for Ingram.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Gotta admire
what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first one falls.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Good on both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pelicans leading by 16. Passes it to Williamson. And here is Graham. He's got 8. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. And Gomez has got 6.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The pass to Gibson. Back to Rose. Trying to get open as Burks. Rose gets the bucket. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now Burks. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Rose against Graham. And stolen by Noel. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. The fast break chance.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Graham against Rose. Graham with the bounce pass. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 14. Burks can't get it to go.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Yeah, these are the kind of indications that the league is worried about if you're an opponent, and you love it if you're on his team. Zion taking over and doing damage.
To the inside, Gibson. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gibson's got his first bucket of the night.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Graham. 8 points for him. Down low. And the dunk by Williamson.
Such an important part of Zion's improvement is setting good screens and then being available as a roller.
And 1:01 left here in the second. Rose against Graham. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Graham with the ball. Now guarded by Noel. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Rose attacking. He dishes it to Noel. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Hart. And the 3 off target. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For New York, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and the Pelicans making a change here. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Williamson kicks to Hernan Gomez. Here's Satoransky. And the Pelicans get it back.
Well, Zion's going to bring that to the table right there. A presence on the boards and determined to score once he gets his hands on that rock.
Here's Temple up in time. That shot no good. And so we wrap up the first half. New Orleans on top. They lead by 14. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Rose is out there with Barrett. And it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Rose attacking. Sweet little floater. Rose has got 17 now.
And with the lift that Rose gets from his legs, he's able to put such a soft touch on those floaters. That's a great shot for him.
Now here's Graham. Pass to Williamson. Now here's Graham. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Graham. The Knicks making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 16. And stolen by Graham. The finish and the dunk by Graham.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
New York shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Outside Fournier. Back to Walker. Robinson kicks to Walker. There's the lob to the hoop, and Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett can do that. That pass on target, and R.J. taking care of the rest.
New Orleans leading by 16. Graham with the ball. 12 points for him. To the inside. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Randall passes to Robinson. Here's Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 13 points for R.J. Barrett.
Well, how about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
And here is Graham. He's got 14. Passes to Ingram. Williamson right side. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now Barrett, 13 points in the game. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
To the paint, here's Graham. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Yeah, we all raise our eyebrows to the scoring, but Brandon Ingram is an assist getter.
Here's Walker. He's got 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Williamson with the block, but he recovers it. Kept alive. Robinson. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
Pass to Hayes. To the right side. Williamson double team. Inside. Out to Ingram. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Graham. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Graham's got 10 points in just the second half. And Walker's got the ball here for the Knicks. It's an 18-point game. Robinson dishes to Walker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Getting the and one. Kemba shows off the deft touch he has on the ball. You have to finesse around that hard a defense, and he does it as well as anybody.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Graham with the bounce pass. Valanciunas passes to Graham, and the dunk by Graham.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him. Randall passes to Walker. Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Valanciunas against Robinson. Here's Graham. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Knicks trail by 19. Walker dishes to Robinson. Randall right side. Here's Valanciunas. He's got 13. Graham surveying the floor. Hayes down low. He's defended by Randall. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got his second basket of the night. Outside, Walker. Fournier in the corner. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Walker. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Robinson. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. New Orleans leading by 23. Out to the wing, to the middle. Here's Ingram. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Valanciunas finds Ingram. Over Barrett. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Now, Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
Graham with the ball. 22 points for him. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Graham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Poked away and stolen by Williamson. It's Ingram on the wing. Out to the right wing. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
New York calls timeout.
And last year on draft night, it was Hayes who rocked that Sideshow Bob necklace with 1,000 stones and his nickname, Sideshow Jax.
Well, I love the nickname, but I love the potential of what it is that Jackson Hayes can bring to a ball club that needs a center to be able to run up and down and play at pace and play above the rim.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Noel's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Alec Burks checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Rose in for Walker.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Toppin. Goes back up, and Valanciunas kicks to Hernan Gomez. It's rebounded by Barrett. Knicks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. The 11-footer, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 9 points in the game so far.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Knicks with possession here. Outside Rose. In the corner, it's Toppin. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Pelicans shooting so well, 63%, the offense working as one cohesive unit. Here's Hart. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Valanciunas, good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Outside Rose. Noel passes to Burks. They need this, and he sinks the layup. Burks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
To the paint, and stolen by Noel. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
And every team loves getting a night like this out of their big man. Valanciunas is the biggest lion in the Serengeti.
Now, here's Rose. 17 points in the game. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Hernan Gomez in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Noel throws it down.
And Rose must continue to focus on his facilitating. When he does that, this is a dangerous team.
And so here is New Orleans. The Knicks making the shot. To the inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 11.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Rose. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Now Burks can't hit from the elbow.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Mitchell Robinson.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And the first one drops. Garrett Temple has checked in for New Orleans. And so he makes both from the line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And it's Rose with the ball for New York. Pass to Satoransky. Inside. It doesn't go for him. And New York will come the other way. In the corner, it's Toppin. They get the rebound. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
1:03 left here in the third quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now, here's Toppin. Not a lot of room. Rose passes to Burks. And the Knicks miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting two.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Both good from the line that time. They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Good on the three-point shot.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
To the paint, here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 23 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Knicks shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Rose. Here's Noel. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 9th assist in the game now. He's covered by Rose. Satoransky in the corner. Sinks the triple. Satoransky's got 11 points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for New Orleans. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here are the Knicks. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Garrett Temple, and it's Gabriel in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Here's Burks. Kicks it to Noel. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. The pass to Alexander Walker. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Kevin Knox is checked in for Noel. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Burks on the wing. 5 to shoot. Gibson down low. Misses the layup. The Pelicans have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Out left to the wing. Here's Gabriel, defended by Gibson. Launches a 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Here's Knox. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You take a look at Ingram. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Rebound by Marshall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. And we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. But you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Right wing. Down low, Gibson with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Knox with the ball, and he lays it straight in.
Well, you love to see that Knox just inviting the contact and doesn't mind it one bit, wants to show he's got the strength.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. They swipe it, and now the Knicks on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Knox aware that time. That helps him pick up the steal and intercept that to start the fast break.
Pass to Temple. Here's Gabriel. To the middle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is, and in a lot of ways they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. Now here's Burks. Here's Gibson, and that one drops for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Gabriel. Here's Alexander Walker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And so he hits both. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. The first free throw is good. That one misses. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for New York.
R.J. Barrett on a roll right now. Let's see if he continues to score or starts to set some guys up.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. To the inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. In the corner, Knox with it. New York moving it around. Here's Bacon to the paint. Barrett. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, inside, Barrett fighting twice as hard, working through that contact and trying to get a shot off.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Alexander Walker. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Got a hand on it. Kicks it to Marshall. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Barrett's got 23 points.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
The pass to Alexander Walker. Over in the corner, Marshall. And again, no good by New Orleans. Here's New York. They're on an 18-7 run. Barrett wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. The Pelicans shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And we know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. So he gets them both. The Knicks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Bacon. Lays it up and banks it in. Bacon's got his first bucket in this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
New Orleans has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Over to the left wing. Hernan Gomez with the ball. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Pass to Bacon. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Alexander Walker. Over to the wing. Barrett brings the double team. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. Marshall passes to Hernan Gomez. The shot's good. Marshall making the play. Marshall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And here's Marshall bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender.
Well, RJ, another one of those players who grew up around basketball, as his dad, Rowan, played overseas for the early part of RJ's life, and that introduced him to the game.
Here's Hernan Gomez. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Barrett for 3. Quickly, and he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, Knox trying to improve in this portion of his offensive game, distribution.
The Pelicans shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Alexander Walker passes to Hernan Gomez. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. It's deflected.
Great timing as Knox gets up there and blows that one out. Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. He's one of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
2.
That's good from Gibson. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
Here's Gabriel to the wing right side. Alexander Walker passes to Valanciunas. Lets the three fly. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Valanciunas.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Two.
And that one falls for Barrett. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Knicks. He makes one of two that time.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Passes it to Gabriel. Inside, here's Valanciunas. That falls. Great assist by Marshall.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Pass to Noel. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to Barrett. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Alexander Walker. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. It's over well before the final buzzer. The fans
to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.